Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barley. Today, a film review, The Neighbour. This was an interesting film. Friday night, nothing better to do, wanted to kick back, watch a little television. I decided to purchase The Neighbour on iTunes. I watched it and I was surprised. Actually, I didn't purchase it. This was one of the few iTunes movies I didn't purchase. I just rented it because I thought it's going to be that bad that I'll probably never want to see it again, so I'll just rent it. It has Bill Engvall in it, who's the There's Your Sign guy. He's part of the redneck comedy crew. I think that's what they were called. Anyway, it's interesting because I'm not a redneck, but I actually really appreciate their particular style of humour. It's quite curious to have watched it evolve. There are four of them. Ron White, Bob Engvall, the famous one. You might be a redneck. And, of course, Larry the Cable Guy. Who's the famous one? You might be a redneck. Anyway. Welcome to my mind. So, I watched The Neighbour, and it's an interesting moral story. No character in this film is really good. It's very curious. The protagonists of the film are part of a drug network. They're part of a methamphetamine network by the sound of things. And they have this house in the middle of nowhere where cars arrive, they switch out the drugs and the money in some cases, put on new license plates, and then send the cars on the way. And these are the heroes of the film. It's a very strange story. It has elements of Saw and these kind of captive movies, but really what you're looking at is a particular portrayal. And here it's a portrayal, I think, of Missouri. I think of Missouri that way. I know I have a few listeners that come from Missouri and they don't want to leave Missouri. They absolutely love it. But the number of horror movies that are based in that part of the world just strike me that, there might be something going on there. When you hear about these child prostitution networks where they capture kids in the middle of nowhere, send them on their way, Missouri tends to be involved. And there are similar elements in The Neighbour, although I don't want to spoil it for folks who might actually watch it. It's one of these films where I would consider it a guilty pleasure. Bill Engvall, he's not offensive. He does actually a remarkably good job, and he portrays the character that he portrays very well. The younger characters, it's got some of that kind of teen horror film thing, only they're slightly older. But for a Friday night, I didn't feel offended having watched it. And it made me think about a few things in somewhat curious ways. It was a very good thinking film, which is very strange in this kind of rural horror genre. So I have to recommend The Neighbour if people are interested in rural horror, or maybe want to see Bill Engvall play a role that you'll probably never see him play again. They didn't even do like a comedy flashback or anything like that. He actually played a very straight-laced character in this thing, which I thought was remarkably good. I mean, it showed that he actually has some interesting acting chops. And I wonder if he'll continue to pursue this, Clearly adult horror films starring a guy who would normally say, "There's your sign." I don't know. Tom Barley in San Jose, signing out.